Grandma, it's so wonderful to see you. I feel bad that you've been bedridden for so long. How long has it been since you last moved?
Child, it's good to see you too. I fear I've been laying on my forearm for the past several weeks straight. The nurses have all but given up on me, so all I do is lay here and watch reruns of Maury.
Grandma, that's terrible. Let me get you some help at once. Doctor, I fear that my grandma is wasting away just lying there. Is there any malady that she could be suffering from her lying down for so long?
You know, I really wouldn't be too worried about it. The only thing that can occur for laying down for such a long period of time is formation of a pressure ulcer, also known as a bed sore.
Well, then I need you to test for that right away. Surely you have a very long and complicated process for testing this condition.
Let's begin the examination.
Oh.
So I've completed my visual inspection, and it appears like your grandma doesn't have any bed sores.
That's it? You barely even looked at her.
Well, currently, visual inspection is the only technology that we have, so this is the best I can do.
So you're sure that she'll be okay?
To the best of my knowledge, your grandma's perfectly healthy.
Okay, thank you, doctor.
Yep.
Woe is me. My poor grandma was taken so young at the ripe age of 103. The bed sore on her forearm was just too much for her fragile system to handle.
How many times has this happened to you? Your precious loved one taken way too early from this world by the scourge of bed sores. Well, not anymore.
Now introducing the Under Pressure Pressure Ulcer Detector. This soon-to-be patented device is the best new way for doctors and nurses to detect bed sores before it's too late.
That way, you can stop having moments like this and start having moments like this.
And that's why I'm never going back to Cabo. So how does it work?
First, the medical professional must attach sticky electrodes to the area of interest on the patient.
All right, Mrs. Grandma, let's begin your examination.
Doc, is this gonna hurt? I'm scared of electricity.
Not at all. The under pressure pressure ulcer detector device actually works at such a high frequency, it doesn't impact your biological functions at all.
Ooh.
The Under Pressure Pressure Ulcer Detector works over Bluetooth, so make sure your computer is connected to the device and your COM port is set to the outgoing signal.
Since you're a new patient, we need to input your name to create a file for you. Next, we need to take a baseline test to compare the area of interest to. So it's a good thing you place electrodes on your other arm as well. So now what we'll do is we'll attach these leads to here, like the photo on the front panel shows. Now we're ready to run the test. So that test looks good. Let's now run a real test.
So what does that mean, Doc?
Well, your arm is actually at risk of developing pressure ulcer, so what we have to do is start moving the body so it doesn't happen.
Oh, thank you, young whippersnapper.
Oh no, did I miss the test?
Yeah, well, it's no problem. We can actually go review your grandma's old charts now.
Great. This program looks complicated. Are you sure even a common person like me could operate it?
Of course. The View Data application is as straightforward as can be. Just click View Data and we can get started.
Okay, so I just select my grandma.
Yep. And now with the area selected, we are working with it.
So you checked her arm. I was very worried about that area, but it looked fine.
Yeah, we did. And you'll be surprised to see the results.
And now I just select the run that you all just did, and oh my, so she did have a pressure ulcer.
Even though on visual inspection she didn't, by using this device we're able to determine that she in fact did have a pressure ulcer forming. But now that we know that the area is at risk, we can employ all of our preventative measures to stop it from getting worse.
That's amazing to hear.
Thanks, Under Pressure Pressure Ulcer Detector.
The under pressure pressure ulcer detector works by sending high frequency sine waves across the area of interest. Let's take a closer look at our device.
This op-amp works by first generating a square wave. Next, the square wave is passed through a Salem key high-pass filter to create a sine wave. Next, this sine wave is passed through a voltage-controlled current source, or VCCS for short. This limits the current that will be passed through the patient. I'm sure Mrs. Grandma would be happy to hear that. Next, the current is sent through the patient, and the voltage difference is measured by this difference amplifier. And then, the signal is processed by the analog-digital converter to turn the electrical signal into bits. Finally, this signal is read by the Arduino and sent to the computer via this Bluetooth module.
Pretty nifty, am I right? So, next time you think one of your loved ones might have a bed sore, be sure to ask your doctor about the under pressure pressure ulcer detector.